Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And this is a follow-up from Anonymous from a video yesterday I did. And it's already, geez. The video was, that's right. If you chase the narcissist, they'll continue to abuse you. So here is Anonymous's follow-up. Ollie, thanks for your honesty. I wanted to follow up and also honestly address what you felt I had left out. The things I regret and are ashamed of are many. Most of them occur in her teen years. And this is, remember, her 21-year-old daughter treating her exactly the way her narcissistic ex-husband is treating her. And she had said she had a lot of regrets and was sorry for things that had happened in childhood. Most of them occur in her teen years. I was in stress overload and really couldn't manage a teen very well. We had lots of screaming matches and fights that got very ugly. For some reason, I thought taking away her cell phone was the thing to do. A few times she threw it. Once it hit me in the face and we had a physical confrontation. A few other times she would slap me or something. Then we would get into pushing and throwdown, and the throwdown would start. There were broken objects and broken doors. I'm deeply ashamed of these things. I know that I crossed the line often. Was also too critical, thinking I was just giving advice. She hated it. Don't blame her. I realize now I was acting like my mother. I was completely mind-numbed. Many times I would reach out for help in therapy. Sometimes I got it. During these times, I would always try to regroup and get back to being supportive and loving. I had very little money, but tried not to let her know that. I didn't realize at the time, but my mom was also sucking the life out of me, calling constantly, visiting, and putting even more stress on me. Right, your mother was stoking the fire of abuse. Your mother, you're this flame, okay? All right? You're this flame that is supposed to be basically boiling your daughter or cooking your daughter in a sense to get her to the right temperature to be mature, and that's what you're doing. I'm not using but your mother is this force that just keeps stoking the fire. Stoking you, building those flames higher and making you hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And because you're hotter, you're now boiling over your daughter. And now it's all the throwdown. The narcissist sits there and stokes your fire. And you're the psycho, and you're crazy, and you're the bad mother. And yeah, you're responsible for a lot of this. But understand where your fire was being stoked. Instead of your mother putting you down to simmer, because she had been there, they put you to full boil. When there's times you just need to simmer. That's everybody. That's normal. And then that's why you get these boiling over episodes with your daughter. Or you had them. My mom always had a list of things for me to do for her 250 miles away. And the ex was always around modeling negativity to my daughter that she used with me. It was out of control. Once he told me and her it was wrong for me to discuss possible careers with her, that she might just want to get married and have kids, and never understood that one. Obviously, you want to have a skill even if you don't need to use it. I think I said that before, that I have been very open to hearing my daughter's resentments and anger. That is mine to own. I am responsible. I am stable now and have a different life. The scales have fallen off my eyes a lot. My mother's toxic influence and my ex's effort to hurt me. But it doesn't erase my responsibility. I am willing to do anything appropriate to help my daughter, pay for her therapy, go with her, own it all. You got to cut it. At this point, what do you do? What do you do when a pot's boiling? What do? You have to turn off the flame. To bring her back to cold. Move her off. Are you understanding? This is what I told you in the first video. This is why you got to cut her off. You are her source. You are her flame. You cannot be stoked. You can't help her until she's back to cold. My dilemma now is how to separate my responsibility now from what may be her using my admitted guilt to further trap me, which is what she's doing. I admit I have done a lot of guilt spending for her. Probably not healthy. I wanted to show her I was sorry, especially for the messed up situation she was reared in. You can't buy your way out of this, okay? She's going to make you think you can buy your way out of it. It'll never end. It's a bottomless money pit. You can't buy your way out of this with her. You have to turn off the flame. You can't buy your way out of it. Probably not healthy. I wanted to show her I was sorry, especially for the messed up situation she was reared in. Recently, she said I was overbearing when she was growing up. She said I had been and apologized. I have also shared the realization that my mother damaged us both and that I was sorry for that. So I'm still in therapy and I pray every day to know what I should do today that is constructive. I have no contact with my ex, but still have some contact with my mother. You're out of your goddamn mind then. I think she is still in my head and probably still confuses my thinking. She acts so pitiful sometimes. I recently told her I realized that her actions throughout my life had made me think that I wasn't worthy of being loved and that I wasn't here to be her slave. It's hard to cut her off because she acts like she is dying and you are doing it. That's her stoking the flame. The narcissist can stoke the flame in many, many ways. It doesn't have to necessarily be a head-on attack. It could be this guilt shit that you know is full of shit after all the abuse, and that stokes the flame. You said in my last video, cutting my daughter off, and financially too, while she acts this way is the thing to do. It is hard to do because I still feel so bad. I am most want to excuse anything she does. Yeah, but you can't buy your way out of this. But no more tears. My task now is to navigate it past the health and responsibility, owning my behavior and making amends, but in the right way. I want to do the correct thing and wish I had been well. I wish I had been well enough years ago. I don't know how much, but it doesn't seem like letting myself be abused in between shopping trips is the way to go. Ollie, it's not. And you also mentioned that some of this is due to your past financial responsibility. The past is the past. The problem is you're still the fire in your daughter's life, and you're always going to be. As your mother was supposed to be the fire in your life, but she's boiled you over one too many times and burned you. Okay? The question is your mother boiled, is your daughter boiled over, or is she burned? She might be burned. She might be burned. And when somebody's burned, there ain't no fixing burned. Unfortunately, from what you're describing, I think she might already be burned. But you're not going to know that until you cut the heat source off. You're going to have to. It's the only answer you have, and I understand you have guilt for whatever happened in the past. Understand who is stoking your flames to make this boil over to begin with. Okay? And you have to make the decision. You have to maybe come to the realization, okay, either way, you're going to have to cut your daughter off for a while to determine whether or not she's just boiled over or she's completely burnt. Because there's no fixing burnt, unfortunately. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for another contribution and the follow-up. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this to someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and expanding, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Thanks for watching.